Barcelona are just not stopping for the love of God. They want to buy everyone and their grandmas at this point, man. And you know what just pains me to my core is that we are seeing day in and day out stocks, rumors, signings, interests from Barcelona and the players, and for Real Madrid, genuinely zero goddamn interest. What I'm hearing is Dumfries is interested in joining Real Madrid, and that's the only thing I've heard for the past few weeks, and it's goddamn Dumfries. No disrespect to the player, obviously, but ladies and gentlemen, obviously there is no Real Madrid signings or interest to talk about because I don't know, maybe they're focused in the World Cup or something. But ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona are making moves. Barcelona, after the Alvarez situation and Alvarez drama, obviously they are not looking to stop there. They are probably getting the cold feet from Atletico Madrid because Atletico Madrid are acting like a small club, which they said to Barcelona that Barcelona is acting and behaving like a small club, while themselves, you know what happened. I covered it already in 3 videos already. They are going on social media making fun of Barcelona. The president is coming out saying, oh, he's not for sale unless they pay for 500 million clause, or unless they pay 150 million. That's what I'm hearing, right? But ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona are not going to stop there. They are already thinking about the plan B's, plan C's, and the plan D's, ladies and gentlemen, because the plan is as follow. Obviously the main target is going to be Julian Alvarez. That is the top priority. That has been the top priority for the striker position after Lewandowski leave Barcelona. Is going to be Alvarez, right? Obviously they are asking for 120, they're probably asking for 150 million by Atletico Madrid, and Atletico Madrid are acting like bunch of children, not letting Alvarez go. And we all know what happens when a club tries to keep a player down in prison and try to just hold him down and not make him leave when the player himself wants to leave the club and wants to join Barcelona. It's just a stupid tactic by Atletico Madrid, if I'm being honest. But Barcelona has already started with their plan B's. Plan B is going to be Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro is obviously Chelsea's player, and Xabi Alonso will never sell the Chelsea player Joao Pedro. That's what I heard from Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that it's going to be very difficult for Chelsea to sell Joao Pedro, right? Osimhen is another potential striker which I have talked about before, and I think he is an unbelievable investment. I think he is a very good, if you just watch him play with Galatasaray in the Champions League alone against that Inter Milan game, right? It was genuinely him creating every single goal. It started by Osimhen pressing back, tracking back, pressuring the defenders of Inter Milan, taking the ball, assisting the players. He is unbelievable. He could be a good replacement for a Harry Kane if you cannot get a Harry Kane, and he could be a great type, Lewandowski type, but better, younger, fresher, faster, stronger, and he presses as well, right? The fourth option is going to be Harry Kane. Very unlikely, right? I think Bayern Munich is never going to let Harry Kane go. Again, similar to Julian Alvarez, Bayern and Barcelona were beefing before this as well. Bayern called Barcelona broke. Bayern called Barcelona and said they have no money for Harry Kane anyway, so that rumors is dead, right? And obviously Barcelona went and snatched Bayern Munich's interest, which was Gordon. They wanted Gordon, and Barcelona went and snatched that deal literally for hours, which is so funny because they had their last laugh, obviously Barcelona, because Bayern called them broke and everything, right? But the striker I'm going to show you guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's not part of any of these 4 people. This brother right here, we talked about him in yesterday's video. I talked about him at the end of the video. It was like a small segment, but I want to get into more details in this guy, right? Kroupi is a Bournemouth striker that is interested as well by multiple Premier League clubs and is interested by PSG and Arsenal, similar to Julian Alvarez, right? He is attracting by multiple clubs. As a kid, obviously, he used to be a Barcelona fan. Obviously, it is literally Barcelona, right? But it tells you that if Barcelona wanted this brother, they could get this brother. And Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, the rumors are starting out that if Julian Alvarez fails, they have the young French striker on Barca's shortlist. No deals advanced, obviously the sources is not that strong obviously, but I think he is a similar type to Julian Alvarez. I'm going to check his details and I'll give you his statistics right after I read all of this, right? But ladies and gentlemen, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that this Kroupi brother wants to leave Bournemouth, right? Because look at the clubs, look at the sheer amount of clubs that are literally wanting him. PSG, Arsenal, Manchester City and FC Bayern Munich wanted him back in April. Now that I know that Bayern wanted him in April, I think Barcelona is going to go and snatch this brother. I genuinely think, knowing that he used to wear a Barcelona kit as a kid, right? Maybe he loves Barcelona, obviously. I think if Barcelona approaches this brother, they could get him. Now, last night I talked in the video about the price tag of this brother, and it is around hundreds of millions. Last night I said this, I don't even know who this brother is, and I watched the Premier League and I genuinely don't know who this brother is because I'm not a Bournemouth fan, right? And the 100 million for a person that I genuinely don't know of is genuinely insane when you could pay 50 million more and you could get a Julian Alvarez. Now, a difference between Julian Alvarez and this brother, Julian Alvarez was consistent multiple seasons. He has proven himself multiple seasons. He is not a one season wonder. There is a lot of players we hear of, right? One season wonders. They play good for one season. They play unbelievable for one season. In a Premier League club that is not that well known, he goes to a team like a Barcelona or a Real Madrid or a Arsenal or a PSG, and then their form down the goddamn grave. Because first of all, they cannot handle the pressure of a big club. Second of all, he has a lot of pressure because he joined a big club. And third of all, they join a different country or a different league, and all of a sudden it's not the same league. Premier League, the way they play football is different than La Liga. So this brother is a bad investment for 100 million, ladies and gentlemen. But before we judge, let's talk about his statistics. So ladies and gentlemen, you wanted statistics, we speak statistics right here. Let's see him before we judge, right? So he is 19 years old, born in 2006. His nationality is obviously French. He is a forward striker as a second striker. I mean, he is a striker, right? So, and he plays for Bournemouth and he's right-footed. Again, very similar statistics to Julian Alvarez. They didn't mention his height is there, sorry. His height is 5'10". I believe Julian Alvarez is around 5'8", 5'9"-ish. So that they're, again, very similar with each other. He can be a good plan B for Julian Alvarez. But the thing is he good enough as Julian Alvarez? That's the thing, right? So this season in the Premier League, he had 33 games, 13 goals. That is very good. 0 assists, bit worrying. 21 starts. So he started, let's say, for 21 games. He made 33 appearances, but he started for 21 games and 13 goals. If you ask me, that is very good ratio if I'm being honest. I think that is unbelievable ratio if I'm being honest, man. Basically, he played for 21 games, you could say, as a full game or as a starter, and he scored for 13 goals. I don't know how much he scored off the bench, but that is a good amount of goals. I don't know what he is ranked in the bracket, but that is good enough goals, right? 12 substitute appearances, obviously. All competitions, again, 13 goals. That is the same. I believe Bournemouth, they weren't in any other competition, or they were and he didn't score, which is insane. So why is everyone talking about it? You know what? ChatGPT is giving us the answer. Finished as Bournemouth top Premier League scorer in his debut season. Bournemouth top Premier League. Oh, I thought it said top Premier League score. No, Bournemouth top skill. He became the first teenager to score 13 goals in his debut seasons. Damn. Helped Bournemouth achieve record 6th place finish and Europa League qualification. And his strengths are as follow: clinical finisher, intelligent movement in the box, can play as a striker, second striker, compose in 1v1. Basically everything that you need from a striker. Let's talk about weaknesses. No chances created. Again, the assist problem, 0 assists is a bit of a problem. Still developing physically against elite center backs. Again, if he doesn't have enough physicality, will he handle the La Liga route? Probably, yeah. I mean, Alvarez is not the biggest or like the most physical player, and he's doing unbelievable at La Liga, so he would probably adapt, right? Limited aerial presence. Again, I think Barcelona, they need an aerial presence as well, if I'm being honest. Now, again, Alvarez doesn't have aerial presence, but they could benefit from aerial presence as well. Because if you take a look at the attack, I mean, Lamine Yamal is what? He's 6 foot now, I believe 5'11". Again, he's not really there to score headers or anything. You had the left winger, obviously Rafinha is 5'9". Gordon is a new one, which is barely 6 foot, right? And you have this brother is going to be 5'10" as well. That attack just lacks a bit of aerial presence, if I'm being honest. I don't know if Barcelona will struggle. Probably not. I mean, it's Hansi goddamn Flick there. Needs to contribute more and build up play consistently. Now, I don't think he is Barcelona fit right here. I don't know why my ChatGPT even gave me the answer Barcelona fit. Oh my god. I've talked about Barcelona and ChatGPT so much. Probably he thinks I'm a Barcelona fan. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, from Barcelona's perspective, he's one of the most interesting young strikers in Europe at now. Scoring 13 goals. Impressive. He looks more mobile finisher striker, which could benefit and fit well alongside a player like Lamine Yamal and Pedri. I mean, yeah, sure, makes sense. Genuinely makes sense. I mean, he could make sense here. But like I said, I think Julian Alvarez is a smarter move. I think Osimhen even is a smarter move. If Osimhen is around 70 to 80 million, but I heard that Osimhen is going to be 140, 150 million. Galatasaray are willing to sell him, which is, I don't know. I don't think 140 is really worth it for an Osimhen, if I'm being honest. Where they could get an Julian Alvarez for 10 million more. I mean, that's my verdict anyway. So let me know in the comment section below. Would Kroupi be a good player for Barcelona? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, one season wonder. I don't know. He needs more time. Then I could judge, man. But ladies and gentlemen, they're not only wanting strikers. Cucurella is another name in the list, ladies and gentlemen. Cucurella are interesting Barcelona. We have talked about this for months now. The player is open to leaving Chelsea and the club will not stand in the way. Deco has already met people close to him, while Hansi Flick is also a fan. Hansi Flick, Deco, when they both collide and want a player, god damn, no one's stopping these two players. While Hansi Flick is also a fan, however, a defender would first need to leave for any move to become possible. Now, Chelsea did not perform well this season, right? Chelsea was struggling multiple times this season. I mean, they started off well until they sacked their manager and they brought in that professor, which I don't even know, Liam or whatever his name is. And he didn't do well for Chelsea, if I'm being honest. I think a lot of Chelsea players are going to leave. You had rumors of Enzo Fernandez wanting to go to Real Madrid. A lot of rumors coming out that Chelsea players wants to leave. And Cucurella probably wants to leave as well. If Cucurella wants to leave, he has already talked about it in an interview. I already covered this. Cucurella said that his family wants to go to Barcelona. His kids or his wife, I believe, wants to live in Barcelona. And let's be honest, this brother, he started at Barcelona's academy, if I'm not being mistaken. He had a few seasons in Barcelona, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. If Cucurella ever want to leave, it's going to be to Barcelona. Now, they have Joao Cancelo at left back. They might probably move Joao Cancelo to a right back in this scenario and put him at left back. Or could Cucurella play a right back as well? I don't know. But Barcelona needs a full back. They 100% need a full back. Koundé's form has dropped off massively. And I think putting Joao Cancelo at right back, putting this brother at left back, oh my god. You know, he has such a punchable face. This brother has a punchable face and every single football player just hates his skin for some reason. And if he joins Barcelona, oh my god, my hate for him would even increase more, fam. Look at him. He is such a Barcelona coded player as well, man. Genuinely look at him. He has the hair of Marcelo and a punchable face. Oh my god. Oh, god forbid. But last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about Bernardo Silva. A lot of reports just hitting me every single day. It is obviously known that Hansi Flick wants and approved this signing, and he is accepting a huge salary reduction, as you guys can see. George Mendes, which is also the manager and the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo, if you don't know, he is also obviously with Bernardo Silva, and Hansi Flick is already he said, yup, bring him, because they are considering that Rooney or Casado is going to leave Barcelona. So some players are leaving Barcelona and Hansi Flick wants to replace those players by more players, right? And I think a lot of players are leaving Barcelona and Bernardo Silva wants to come, right? If you take a look at the names, one name that is just insane, not two, but three names insane, right? Jules Koundé, probably looking to leave. Like I said, his form died down so hard. Alejandro Balde is going to leave as well. Now, I don't know if that is really smart, unless they are wanting to sell Balde and bring in Cucurella. That's the only thing that makes sense here, or bringing like a Grimaldo or any other left back, right? But Balde is good enough. I mean, again, not the best of seasons, but he is genuinely good enough. I don't know why they would consider a potential exit for Balde. I understand Conde, but Balde, I don't know, man. I think they need to have squad depth, like Balde and Cancelo at left back, right? That is good. One gets injured, the other replaces him, but I don't know, man. Casado, obviously, again, he's okay. I mean, he's a good player. Rooney Bargi is another surprising one, man. I think letting go Rooney Bargi and Balde in these four names that I saw is insane to me, because you shouldn't do that, if I'm being honest. They want to replace Bernardo Silva with Rooney Bargi. Now, unless Rooney Bargi insisted that he wants more game time and he wants to join another team, probably on loan. I think that's the best idea if Rooney goes on loan to another team. But don't sell Rooney. Rooney is very good. They just bought Rooney, if anything. So this exit is probably a loan exit for Rooney. I think Rooney needs to go on loan. But Rooney Bargi is insane. I mean, he is young. He proved himself multiple times this season that he can move, he can press. I mean, sure, he can be better, but he needs more experience, obviously. And his opposition in that position, right, for Barcelona is Lamine Yamal, obviously. It's very hard to compete with Lamine Yamal. I mean, 10 times out of 10 times you're going to be benched if your opposition is goddamn Lamine Yamal, right? It makes sense that he wants more game time to improve his career, improve his game time and his playing time, right? But I think replacing Bernardo Silva with Rooney Bargi, I mean, Bernardo Silva is what, 33 years old? Would you guys accept leaving or selling Rooney Bargi as it is, right? Just selling him, not going to loan. Sell him and bring in Bernardo Silva. Would you guys take that, Barcelona fans? Let me know in the comment section below. But in my opinion, I think Bernardo should come. He will be unbelievable for the squad depth. But Rooney Bargi stays as well. That would be unbelievable. And Balde stays as well. Now, I know this is probably a financial move that they're doing. They want to increase their budget to get more players, obviously. But, again, if they could keep these two players that I mentioned and bring in a Bernardo Silva on top of that, Julian Alvarez, oh my god, why am I... I'm genuinely getting scared at this point. Genuinely, it's getting scary, ladies and gentlemen. It is getting scary. So many departures that need to be departed from Barcelona is happening. Those that I always mentioned during the season. I always said to you guys, if you guys want to win the Champions League, there's a lot of players in Barcelona and this team that needs to leave. And they are slowly leaving one by one. Ter Stegen is gone. Lewa is gone. I mean, Conde is probably gone soon as well. Oh my god, man. They are making the right moves. It's looking scary. This is what you do during a transfer market. They started hot. They're probably ending it hot as well. They don't care about the World Cup season. They are genuinely getting moves done. Real Madrid, the presidents are fighting. The players are fighting. No transfer rumors so far. They're probably waiting and taking a vacation until the World Cup finishes. And that is not how a serious club should be moving. When PSG are doing stuff, Bayern are doing stuff. I'm hearing they want the Kroupi brother. Arsenal are doing stuff. They want to go insane in the transfer market from what I heard. Real Madrid, nothing. Barcelona doing stuff. It is what it is. Genuinely, it is what we have 15 Champions Leagues. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I mean, a longer video than usual, but you guys are loving the longer videos. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down, I say every single comment, and gracias, amigos.